North, south, east, west. What part of Aruba are you going to be staying in? In this video, I'm going to be breaking it down for you by section of the country and explaining which part of the island is best for solo travelers, for couples, for friend groups, for people in their later stage in life. Whoever you are, there's a part of this video that's going to be helpful for you. Are you looking to party? Are you looking to chill by the beach? Are you there with your family? This video is going to explain what part of the eastern island you want to stay on, what part of the western island you want to stay on. Are you a nature lover? Do you love hiking? Do you just want to sit at the beach all day long? Do you not want to barely leave the airport? Do you want to just get off of the airplane, get to the closest place that you can get to and stay there? There's something in this video for everyone, so make sure that you like this video so I know that this content is helpful, and please feel free to subscribe. If you are an experienced Aruba traveler, please let me know in the comments what is your favorite place to visit while you're in Aruba so that others can also find it helpful. And if you're a first-time visitor to Aruba, then please also leave a comment and let us know what are you most excited about experiencing in Aruba, and then hopefully someone else will respond giving you a suggestion. All right, let's start from the top of the country and work our way down. So starting at the top, we're going to discuss Nord, or also North Aruba, which is also considered like the lighthouse area. So Nord is going to be best for solo travelers, couples, and people over 60. There's quiet areas, residential fields with hotels and Airbnbs. You can be really close to the Arashi Beach and also the California Lighthouse. Has great sunsets, and it's also really relaxing place for couples to get away from the crowds. But it's also worth noting that the Arashi Beach definitely has a bit of a party vibe in the evening time. There is a bar on the beach at Arashi Beach, so if you are looking for a party scene at night, I highly recommend Arashi Beach. However, keep in mind that the bus leaves from that beach at around 7 p.m. So make sure that you watch my video all about transportation in Aruba, whether you need a car or not, how you're going to get around, scooters, bicycles, buses, all of that. It's in the playlist above. So if you are looking for the party scene at night and you're staying in Nord, you could go to Arashi Beach, but you just know that you're going to need to get an Uber or a Lyft or actually have your own vehicle because the bus leaves around 7 p.m. is Palm Beach. This is going to be kind of where the action is, where a lot of the shopping is. This area is going to be best for couples, friend groups, partiers, and also even newlyweds. You're going to see a lot of high-rise resorts, casinos. There's a lot of nightlife and restaurants. There's a lot of water activities, beach clubs, and lively vibes. However, I would say that the water was different there. Like that's where a lot of the water sport activities are, and you can actually tell a visible difference between those beaches at Palm Beach and Baby Beach or even Eagle Beach. The water just obviously has more pollution in it because of all the jet skis and all of the things that are going on. But if you wanted to stay in Palm Beach, then you're probably staying at a resort. That's mostly what you'll find in that area. And so those can definitely be pretty pricey. However, if you want to be near Palm Beach where that sort of activity is going on, but you don't want to spend that kind of cash, then definitely just get an Airbnb not too far off of the Palm Beach area. And you can either walk or take the bus or use your own car to drive over to that area. Okay, so next is Eagle Beach. And Eagle Beach is tricky because it's quiet and it's really chill. And it's a great place for older people at night for sure. Like I ended up staying in Eagle Beach and I was like 9 o'clock and I was like, where did everybody go? Like what happened? So if you want a really quiet Aruba experience, then I highly recommend you stay at Eagle Beach. So that would probably be where I would say Eagle Beach is definitely best for couples who want quiet evenings, or even people over 60 who want quiet evenings, and also families who don't want to be around the party scene. It's really, really quiet. It's not the most walkable area. If you stay in Eagle Beach, you'll be able to walk to the things that are close by, but everything else is going to require either the bus, a scooter, a bicycle, or a car. If you don't want to be around a lot of people, I would also highly recommend that you stay at Eagle Beach, because when I went to the beach there, I was like, where are the people at? Like, it's not a lot of people there. So if you want like a chill vibe, then definitely stay in Eagle Beach. This is going to be the capital of Aruba, and please don't drag me for this, but I think it's Oranjestad. Please just correct me in the comment section if that's what you want to do. So this is going to be the capital of Aruba. This is a really interesting area. I don't know who stays here. I would say, like, maybe if you're not super comfortable being in a foreign country and you just want to do the most touristy thing possible, that's no problem, no judgment. Stay in the capital of Aruba. Just also keep in mind that while you do have a lot of touristy stuff going on, there's also a lot of poverty. There's a lot of wild dogs running around in certain areas of this part of Aruba because there is a residential element to this area. But overall, basically there's like a line. And if you cross that line, then you're getting into the residential area. You're getting into the areas where you see a lot of homelessness, you see a lot of dogs running around. But if you stay on the other side of that line and you want a very touristy experience, then this is for you. So the capital of Aruba is going to be for solo travelers, friend groups, and also for families. A lot of upscale shopping there. If that's something that you're interested in, then that's certainly where you want to go because the city is very walkable. You have a lot of Dutch architectural shops and restaurants, so it is more historically appeasing to the eyes to walk around the city. There are local markets, historic sites, street art. There is really not a beach there that you would visit and just hang out at the beach in the capital area. There are beaches nearby, but it's not like there's a beach in the capital that you would just go there and you would just hang out if you wanted to be in a bathing suit at the beach having a beachy afternoon. The capital of Aruba is also really close to the airport. So if you are a person who has to commute a lot, you have to travel a lot, and you're really coming here because you don't want to be doing that at all on your trip, you want to get off of the airplane, go to your hotel, and then just relax and not explore too much, then great. This is the closest area that you can stay at if you want to have that experience while in Aruba. The second to last area that I'm referring to, I would call Southern Aruba. In my mind, I think that that's a combination of Cura Colorado and Cura Cabai. Basically, it's the southern part of the island. Not as many people are staying in that area, but it's still a wonderful place to visit while you're down there. So if you're really more into nature, you don't want to be around a bunch of tourists, even though you are a tourist, like we know that there's a difference between like the different types of tourists that there are who travel. Solar travelers is great for you. Adventure seekers is great for you. There's much less tourists. You have more rugged landscape. It takes longer to get to the more popular destinations on the island. And also you have a lot of natural beauty. It's very close to Baby Beach, which is a fun beach to go to with very chill vibes, right? So there's like two or three restaurants down at Baby Beach, but it is very isolated and you do have to be very intentional about getting there. It's a great place for snorkeling, and the water is, of course, appropriately named Baby Beach. The water is very, very low. So it's a great place for a family to take their kids because the water height is extremely low compared to most of the other beaches. So as we talk about the eastern side of Aruba, you basically can see that there's just green all the way from the top to the bottom because this is the more nature picturesque side of Aruba. There's not a lot of transportation available to get to that side throughout, like meaning that you can't get in your car and drive from the top of the eastern side of Aruba all the way to the bottom. So the eastern side of Aruba is going to be great for long-term travelers. Maybe you're just kind of going to Aruba, you're going to stay there for a while, and you also like to be where the locals are. Most of the locals live on this side of the island. It's great for a digital nomad and those who love culture because you're really going to be immersed in the natural life. It's also great for someone who's renting a car that is four-wheel drive because a lot of the roads are very bumpy, and I had an experience where I rented a car. I met a bunch of strangers while I was in Aruba, and we actually bottomed out the car, and I think we were driving a Nissan Altima. So if you're going to be staying on this side of the island, you absolutely need a car, and you also need one that can handle the rugged terrain. If you're a person who doesn't really like big resorts or tourist hotspots like Eagle Beach or Palm Beach, then this is definitely where you're going to find the most authentic version of Aruba. It's also just better if you're going to be staying there for a while because it's not a short drive to get over there. It's not a long drive to get over there, depending on what your definition is. Again, please do not drag me if I say this incorrectly, but the Aruba National Park covers about 20% of the island, and it is really great for hiking, off-roading, and exploring caves. You probably have seen that one photo of Aruba, which I'll put somewhere here, of all those people kind of swimming in like a giant pool of water where they're also jumping off of the rocks into the water. This is going to be at the Endacori beach, but then you also have the Boca Quito beach. All of these areas with the natural bridges and the hidden beaches are all going to be on that eastern side, so you definitely need a car in order to get in there, as well as the donkey sanctuary. I am going to be making a whole video with the content that I created from the donkey sanctuary in Aruba. It's really fun. It doesn't sound like much if you're not into things like that, but if you have one person in your group who's like, guys, we don't want to do that, make them do that, because it really is a fairly fun and cool experience. You just walk in and you just get to explore this little area with all these donkeys, and you get to feed them, and they're just the cutest things ever. You also have more local food stops. In addition to the donkey sanctuary, that is also where you're going to find the ostrich farm, which was also so cute. So please make sure that you subscribe if you want to see the footage of the ostrich farm and also the donkey sanctuary. Those are two totally separate places, and I highly recommend that you go to both of them. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you leave a comment and also subscribe if you are still feeling a little bit lost in planning this trip to Aruba. Maybe you're just feeling a little overwhelmed, and that's totally understandable and okay. As a nomad of 10 years, I have been traveling and exploring the world all by myself, and so if you need help, please check out the link in the description where I can help you plan your next travel adventure. Make sure that you check out the rest of this playlist if you want to know the best places to eat in Aruba, answer the question of whether you need a car while you're in Aruba, and also see the steps so that you can get your ED card, which is required in order to enter the country of Aruba. I'll see you guys next time in the next video about all things Aruba.